NSM1. Today I'm going to explain you the objective of chapter 10, and the chapter 10 is the basic geometry. Now first I will tell you about the basic geometry figure. Remember that the most basic geometry figure is a point. The first thing that you have to remember is the most basic geometry figure is a point. So you have to remember this is the point and this is the basic and most important geometric figure. And then you have to remember that whenever we join two points together, we get a line segment. When we join two points together, we get a line segment. We get a line segment. Here you can see this is one point and this is the other points. So when we join two points together, let's suppose this is point A and this is point B. So when we join two points A and B, we get a line segment. This is called line segment, where we are having 2 points together. Now, when we extend the points, let's suppose when we extend the point, we get a simple line. When we extend points, we get a line. So when we're talking about line, in a line, basically there is no point. We have a points in line segment. When we talk about a line, in a line there is no point. So let's suppose if we extended this line and if we're extending this, and here you can see that there is no end points. Whenever there is no end point, we are having a simple line. We'll say that this is just a line. Okay, one more thing you have to remember, that whenever you're having arrows, let's suppose if you're having arrow over here and if you're having arrow on a line, then this arrow on a line means that the line continues indefinitely. This arrow means that the line continues indefinitely. You have to remember that whenever there is an arrow, we'll say that the line is continued indefinitely. Same way over here, this arrow means that the line is continued on the left hand side indefinitely, that there are a number of points on the line. Now let's revise what we have discussed. Basically we have discussed 3 points till now. The first we discussed about the basic geometric figure, that is a point. And then we discussed that when we join 2 points together, we get a line segment. Let's suppose I told you that this is point A and B. When we join 2 points together, we get a line segment. This is a line segment. And but when we extend the points, we get a line. And whenever we are having arrows at the end of the lines, it means that it is continuous indefinitely on the right hand side. And this arrow means that the line is continuous indefinitely on the left hand side. Now I'm going to explain you more points. You have to remember that a line with one end point is called a ray. With one end point is called a ray. So whenever you're having just one point, and the line is continuous on one side, so we'll say that this is a ray, or we can say that a ray has one end point. So this is a ray where there is one end point and line is continued on one side. You also have to remember that let's suppose we're having two lines. So when two lines intersect at a point, so we'll say that at a point, then we will say that this is a point of intersection. We will say that this is a point of intersection. Let's suppose we are having two lines A, B and C, D. This is A, B and C, D, and both lines intersect at the point O. This is the point, both lines intersect at point O. So we'll say that this is the point of intersection. We'll say that this is the point of intersection. Okay, now I'm going to explain you about a plane. A plane is a flat surface. You have to remember that a plane is a flat surface. A plane is a flat surface. You can see that this board is a plane because there is no curve on this board, so we'll say that this is a plane surface. And when we talk about the curved surface, a surface which is not flat is called a curved surface. A surface, or we can say that a plane which is not flat is called a curved plane, or we can say that a surface which is not flat, is called a curved surface. Is called a curved surface. Here we can see that the point that we have discussed. At point 4 we discussed that a line with one endpoint is called a ray. In fifth point we have discussed that when two lines intersect at a point, this is a point of intersection. You can see this point O is an point of intersection. Then we discussed that a plane is a flat surface. When we talk about a plane, we'll say that it is a flat surface. And in the same way, when we talk about a surface which is not flat or which has curves on it, we'll say that this is a curved surface. Now I'm going to explain you next point. A point where angle is formed, a point where angle is formed is called a vertex. It's called a vertex. You can see that whenever you make an angle, let's suppose you're making this angle. So this is the point where you're making the angle. Let's suppose you're making the angle of 87 degree. So this is the point where angle is formed, and this point is called vertex. This point is called vertex. Now you also have to remember that the standard unit for measuring the angle is the degree, and the standard unit unit for measuring the angle is degree. You can see here I have put degree over here. So this is the standard unit for measuring the angle. Now I'm going to explain you about acute angle. Remember that acute angle is basically less than 90 degree, less than 0 and less than 90 degree, greater than 0 and less than 90 degree. It means that the angle is greater than 0. Let's suppose this is the angle and this is greater than 0 and this is the 90 and less than 90 degree. So when we are talking about acute angle is greater than 0. It is written 0 less than x. Basically x is the angle and 0 less than x means x is greater than 0. So the angle which is greater than 0 and less than 90 degree is an acute angle. In the same way,